Hello and welcome to a brand new video, this time in Texas, USA. So without further ado, let's get it started. Right, so starting the lap in itself, so you can see someone spinning out there, which is easy to do. So here, just before we start the lap in itself, of course, I want to mention that this is the first time that we had all tiers, so tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 combined into one race. This is because that the tier 1 only had 6 people on board, and we had 14 on board, so tier 2 plus tier 3. That means we have 20 drivers and just nicely 20 to start the race. So that was the reason why we combined everybody. That also means that there will be a big gulf between tier 1 and tier 3. I'm in tier 3, so of course I'm not looking forward to this. But it's also nice to see where your pace is compared to the really top of the cream of the crop, I should say. But yeah, so missing my apex there. Now going back to the lap, so going through this back straight, I'm already about 2/10 up, so I really felt hooked in this lap, in this qualifying lap, my fastest lap, which is quite good. So here in the 130 meter board, maybe on the brake there, so braking really hard in the second gear, I hooked it up quite well. So now going through this sequence of corners, so keeping it in third gear, so gingerly pressing your throttle. It's really easy then to lose it up. It's really easy to lock it up here as well. So going in second gear, it's going quite well so far, I would say. So here going up the gears, so far so good. So here it's flat out right-hander, so it's really hard on the left side tires. But yeah, here going in fourth gear, really got the apex there, really good so far. And here going into second gear to the last corner and going to the end, you can see someone again spin there, so it's easy to spin it there. So far so good. So where does that qualify me? Oh wait, I need to scroll down because I am in 15th position. So that's the reason, as I mentioned, the big tier difference there. So I only managed to qualify 15, but that's quite good in fact, because my closest challenger in the tier 3 is in 11th position, so I'm only second behind him. But yeah, quite good qualifying. Let's see what it would go in the race. Of course, before that, some settings or race strategy. So going from mediums to hard, I contemplated whether to do a medium to soft or soft to medium, but I think it'll be too much for the tires, so that's why I stick to mediums and hards. I did some practice, it felt good in the hards, so yeah, didn't see a reason why I should not run the hards, and 0.7 lap worth of extra fuel. Alrighty then, so going to the race in itself, so 4, 5 lights and away we go. So quite a fast start there, good response as well for me, so quite good. You can see the Ferrari squirming there a little bit, so I take my chance. I went to the outside there, so I'm keeping it in the outside there, braking as late as I can. So here just going in the outside there, but I squeezed out by the Ferrari there and I had to back out a little bit, so I lost a bit of momentum. But I switched on my ERS to just stay in front of my teammate, who is currently in 16th. I'm in 15th, or rather 14th I should say. Yeah, so going through this sequence, so now just fast forwarding a little bit because nothing happened in between there. So I'm just keeping in tabs with this Ferrari, who's doing a little bit of mistakes in the start there. I'm also just switching on my ERS briefly, you saw there, just to keep it in there as well. So now coming into this sequence of corners, so coming out of the fast forward, you can see that I tried to keep in the inside there, brake just a little bit late, but you can see the Alpine there kind of yeah, distracted me, and because of this I lost 2 positions. But yeah, so not ideal, but it is what it is. So at least I'm still in P15, and the persons who passed me are all from the upper tier, so really nothing much I lost, to be honest. But yeah, so now coming up to the second lap already, so braking into this first hairpin, which I kind of yeah, overcooked it a little bit. So here I'm coming into this curb here, and this red curb really just made me spin, and yeah, so now I'm in the back position because of the spin. It's really quite easy to go there and make a mistake, and that's what I did. But yeah, currently in P20. Let's see how it would go in the remaining parts of the race. So coming into lap 11 here, so you can see it's really hard to brake into the pits here. It's a kind of an awkward position. Yeah, but nothing really happened, to be honest. So I decided to go into the hards. The hards will take time to generate heat there, so I'm trying to actually undercut my teammate. But yeah, I think he had the speed to cover me anyway, so let's see how it goes. So now we are in lap 16. I in fact managed to undercut my teammate there, but yeah, you would see I kind of lost it there. All of nice pirouette at the end of the day, but yeah, I kind of lost it there to my teammate anyway. So mistake ridden Grand Prix so far, but yeah, back in position number 20. So lap number 22, you can see that the McLaren there is lining up for a pass. So he basically made 2 stops, and that's the reason why he's behind me. But that's the only reason. He went from medium soft to medium. Whatever tire compound he chose, basically he had better pace than me, so I didn't want to fight this too much. I didn't even switch on my ERS, but yeah, so he's taken my last position and given me back to final position. And yeah, just like that, coming into the final lap already. So yeah, a really bad race, I would say, from my side. I just didn't have a pace again. I don't know why. I had a little bit of pace. I would say 1 lap pace, but maybe my race pace was not so good. Maybe I have to analyze this a little bit more. Maybe I need to do a little bit more training. I don't know exactly, because I felt like the qualifying pace at least was good. As you saw as well in my qualifying, I was actually second out of 6 of us or 5 of us that was in the race in our tier. But at the end here, you can see that I'm currently in final position. You can even see I'm getting a lot of penalties as well. Even in the final lap, I'm getting another penalty for 9 seconds already. So a lot of mistakes, a lot of spins as well, uncharacteristic. I've not been doing a lot of spins in the past races, so a lot of mistakes there. But yeah, so coming up here to my teammate, I basically had the speed, and I think he ran out of ERS, but I just didn't want to pass him, because either ways I had 3 seconds gap to him because of my penalties. So regardless of if I finish in front of him or behind him, I will still be behind him out of track. But yeah, so not really enjoyable race, I would say, from my side. The pace was kind of there in the 1 lap pace, but not in the race pace at all. That's basically how the race panned out as well. So going through this sequence of corners for the final time, it's really a nice circuit if you get it right, but for whatever reason, I don't know why, in the race I just didn't get it right. So yeah, I will come very close to my teammate here in position last, P18. Yeah, so once again I need to scroll down from the list to really see where I am, but yeah, scrolling down, I'm in P number 18, so the last finishers out of the race. So the other 2 just crashed out. Yeah, so as I've already mentioned, so a really disappointing race, but I still have, or I scored good points in my tier, because we finished 3rd and 4th, my teammate and me, so 3rd and 4th, so good points for the team. Good points for me as well to keep my 3rd position in the tier ranking. The tier ranking has not been updated yet, so I'm not showing the full list, but basically I'm in 160 points, so good haul of points. I got 12 points out of this race. Let's see how it would go in the upcoming races. So thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next video.